Drop the gun! Show me your hands!
Welcome to the Weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. Now let's take a look at this week's graph. Chicago is back to double digits again, recording 15 homicides this week, tying their highest weekly total this year. 75% of the victims in Chicago this year have been black. Philly had 7 homicides and is currently well behind pace from where they were at this time in both 2022 and 2021. New York had 6 murders and sits at 52 on the year, of which 45 have been male. I finally found a reliable source for New Orleans, so they'll be joining us going forward. They got 39 on the year. Baltimore recorded 3 homicides. Of the homicides this year where race was listed, 87% were black victims. DC had 2 homicides, and currently they show 3 more this year than they had at this time last year. And we're going to follow Kansas City, Missouri for a bit and see how things are going there. They have 19 on the year, which looks to put them ahead of where they were in previous years. There were 12 mass shootings last week. I covered a few of them. The Coldwater, Mississippi one had the most fatalities with 6. And the Memphis one had the most victims with 1 death and 10 injured. And I have a new graph this week. New Orleans has had 4 mass shootings, Chicago 3, and 10 cities have had 2. Chicago will eventually run away with this, but while it's still close, I thought I'd mention it. It also must be noted about mass shootings that we've had 84 this year as of February 22nd. At this time last year, we only had 63. So we're over 20 ahead, and we're nowhere near the summer yet. 7 children under the age of 11 and 31 between 12 and 17 were fatally shot this week. Week 1 also had 7 of the little kids shot and killed, but otherwise, that number is usually closer to 4. For the older kids, though, 31 is around normal. There were 22 defensive use of a firearm incidents. This is the second highest weekly total this year. But this number really needs to be much higher to slow down these criminals. 3 officers died in the line of duty. I covered the 2 gun deaths, Fitzgerald and Red, and we also lost Kenneth Fowler of the Pontiac County Sheriff's Office in Oklahoma due to a fall during an ice storm. We also lost K-9 Duke of the San Joaquin Sheriff's Office in California. He was stabbed to death while attempting to apprehend a burglary suspect. Last year we lost a K-9 due to stabbing as well. Well, that's all I have for you today, but I'll be back next week with the Week 9 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week.